Hi guys, and welcome to DIY Ideas, and welcome to a new test video. Today I have 3 different types of wool that I kind of want to test with you guys. And so these are all like pretty interesting types of wool from my last action haul. So here I have this knitted wool, which is really interesting, I think. I'm gonna show it to you a little closer in a minute. Then this one is from the haul from Idee. This is woolly waves, really interesting with some like really thick and some really thin parts. And this is from the Tedi haul called Fuzzy Yarn. This is yarn as well, 40 meters, 50 grams, and it's like super long fur here. Not sure what else to call it. And yeah, so colorful and so fluffy and really interesting. And I think that's what I will start with today. And the other ones I will put into the bag for now. I have my hooks here today in the right like sizes. And this is actually the thinnest one we're going to start with. This is recommended for size 5 or 6 crocheting hooks. It's really small here actually. And I bought this for $2.55, 40 meters, 50 grams. And yeah, definitely very short. The question is, what do you want to make with this? Let me see here what the composition is like. I would assume it's polyester or acrylic. No, 55% polyacrylic and 45 nylon. All right. So I would assume there is, the difference in between the hair and the main thread that is, kind of guiding the rest. You can see here we have the like main thread kind of in like turquoise or like petrol. That's actually also twisted around an even thinner black thread. And then we have the really long hair here. And interestingly enough, that seems to be also a separate thread fully. So you can actually split them up. I shouldn't. Definitely want to be careful with that. But it's actually definitely 2 threads. And that's why I would assume there's also the difference in composition. And so I would assume that one of them, is the acrylic and the other one the nylon. And so we have a nice color fade here that's, I think, fully dyed and not knotted. And so let's see what this crochet is like. And then the other question is, what can you make with this? What you want to make with this, Okay. So for now, we're starting off well. It's really easy on the hook. It's really easy to crochet with it so far. Okay, so the size of the crocheting hook is definitely makes sense. It looks really nice. I'm gonna go backwards in a minute, and the question then is, how easy is it to go into the stitches? I can see them, relatively well. I'm gonna go backwards here in half double crochets. But this honestly is working also quite well with a little bit of, feeling and a little bit of practice. And I kind of just go with, where I know there should be a new stitch. And this looks really interesting. It's super fluffy here. I'm gonna crochet a little more here, just until the end. So honestly, it's working quite well. The question is then how it would work in the next couple of rows. I'm gonna add 2 chain stitches here for height on top. You can actually see the stitches really well. It's kind of surprising. The little V's, you know, on top. And the good part here is also that if you make small mistakes, I don't think you would be able to see them. You know, that's a pro also, maybe. So, you know, if you maybe like skip a stitch or something, I don't think you would notice it that much in the, you know, full product. So it's, yeah, really fluffy, really cute. It's a really short ball of yarn, so it might be a little hard to make something like a scarf. But maybe with like 2 or 3 balls of yarn, you could make, you know, a full scarf out of this. Or maybe like a bag even could work well. And yeah, maybe you'll see that in a future video. And so yeah, let's go and move on to the next one. This is the Woolly Waves from Rico Design. And this was discounted at Idee. The color number here is number 2. And this is 74% polyacrylic and 26% wool, 50 grams and 115 meters long. And this was meant for size 7 crocheting hooks. And let's see if we can get the middle out. Okay, so about 10 years later, I got some of the yarn here ready to use. So I've actually crocheted with this once before, and I think I knitted with this before. Yeah, this is my size 7 hook. Let's see how this goes. We have so it's really interesting because we have the thick and the thin parts of the wool. So yeah, some of them are really, really small. That you would use a size 12, like a size 2 maybe. I'm gonna start here just with some chain stitches also. And we'll see what it develops, like how it develops. Size 7 is, yeah, basically a compromise between, yeah, the thick parts and the thin parts. And yeah, if I had wool that was actually this thick, I would not use my size 7. I would use a slightly bigger one, maybe a size 10 or so. And then we have obviously these parts that are so slim. Yeah, so yeah, it's basically just a compromise. And here, so we have some chain stitches now. This works. I'm gonna skip 3 here, and then I'm gonna go back in double crochets. That also works. I can find the stitches nicely. Nothing is like too unstable, because when it's thin, sometimes it gets like really unstable. Here you can see, yeah, kind of the really big stitches and the really, really small ones here next to it. Here we have like kind of a mix now. Here it's really thick, then really thin. So yeah, really interesting what this looks like. And the color is obviously, yeah, definitely a highlight. Okay, so this is honestly better than I thought. I'm gonna add 3 chain stitches here for height. I didn't go all the way back, but that's fine, it's just a test. And so I'm just gonna go poke into the top of the stitch here, the stitches. And this honestly is also working very well. Here we had thick ones and thin parts. And like, yeah, I think it looks really cool. So the wool, even though it's like really unique, and like maybe kind of intimidating to crochet with, but it's honestly, yeah, much better than I thought and much easier than I thought to crochet with it. And yeah, as you can see, it looks super special, really unique. So yeah, that's to this wool, and I'm sure you will see it on my channel in the next few weeks. My guess would be I will make a scarf out of this. And here we are with the newest ball of yarn that I bought recently. this was, yeah, I rewound this just because I tried to take out the middle and it failed horribly. So yeah, I wound this up again, and that's why it looks like this. So we have here a thread, I want to say, which is made up of threads. So as you can see here, it's kind of like opening up. We have 6 stitches per thread, you know, kind of. So yeah, it's kind of like a knitting machine or something like that. And so yeah, this is actually hollow. It's like a tube. It's hollow in the middle. You might also find this in different places that has something inside, you know. So it's like, you know, has some like cotton or something like that. This one here is also really soft, but it is hollow. This is meant for a size 15 crocheting hooks. I actually don't have a size 15 crocheting hook. So I'm gonna try this out with my size 20. And then also once maybe with my fingers. So we have 50% acrylic, 35% polyamide, and 15% wool. If you like this color fade a lot, you can also just kind of unravel all these. Yeah, it should come out. In theory, you could unravel all of this and just use it as, you know, a regular yarn. It obviously shouldn't happen if you want to use it like this. But honestly, it seems like it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not as easy to just pull this out. I'm just gonna put a knot into this so it doesn't like unravel more. I hope this works. I'm just not gonna pull anymore. And so here's my size 20 crocheting hook. It's a nice, big, simple crocheting hook. And I'm gonna start just doing a few stitches here. And oh, I forgot to say the length. This is a really big ball of yarn, 250 grams and only 43 meters. So it's heavy, but short. Also here the question, what do you want to make with this? And how much wool do you need? So if you wanted a scarf, do you want a scarf that's 500 grams? I don't know. Or maybe you would want to make a blanket out of this rather, but yeah. I've done 5 chain stitches here so far. I did 1 extra here for height, and then I'm gonna go backwards and go back in single crochets, and whee! This is hard to do. I honestly would kind of use an even bigger crocheting hook, even though it's recommended with a smaller one. And I'm already using a bigger one. Yeah, so it works and it looks really cool, I think. I think it looks very, very unique, but it's kind of slow. But obviously, if you think about what one row makes, is, you know, maybe you are progressing kind of fast. I could see this really well as as a blanket, I guess. But the question here is obviously, how many balls of yarn do you need? And I think maybe like 10. I'm gonna unravel this for now. And we'll try doing this with my fingers. And honestly, that was kind of slow for me, and I wish it would go a little faster. So let's see if I can just finger crochet this. I would like my stitches even bigger, even like, you know, wider. I'm gonna do it here just with my fingers and just like pull it through, just like that. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, 2 and through. Okay, 2 and through. Honestly, it works well, but it's pretty hard on the fingers after some time. Need a lot of finger strength here. I would have to see if I even have an even larger crocheting hook. It's definitely looser now. Here, yeah, this one I kind of, made it really tight, so I'm just gonna skip it. It's too tight to put my fingers through. And then here through again. So you can see it works. You have, huge stitches here. You definitely need a really, really big crocheting hook. I'm sure I'm gonna make something nice out of this. We'll see what exactly I'm gonna make, but I really hope that you guys liked my test here with these 3 really different types of wool. If you did, then go ahead and give me a like and follow my channel, and I'll see you next time here at DIY Ideas. Bye!